Hey, what's going on YouTube family and friends? Today's video, how to plant onions in the fall. That's right. Now, it may not be time for everybody to plant onions in the fall, and I'm so excited because I just learned something and I am going out of my mind. Now, if you are further up north and you have real cold winters, this is not time for you, but don't worry, I'm gonna show you how to grow onions as well for when it's time for you to start. In the spring, that's when, the beginning of spring, that's when you're gonna start, or when that heavy winter is over with and you'll be ready to go. All right, for people down south with moderate winter times and you don't get that much frost, this is time for you to start planting. November-ish, but I'm doing a little bit early. I'm tired of getting onions this small. That's right, I know you can't see it, but let me bring it in close for the close-up. Look at the close-up. These I know are real tiny. I've grown bigger ones than this, but I still have small onions. Not anymore. And if you have been growing onions like this and you're down south, let me know in the comments. But I want you to go ahead and do what I'm doing, so we'll be good to go. All right, first thing, you want to pick the right onions. All right, if you are closer to the equator and you're further down south, chances are you want short day onions. If you're up north, then you're furthest away from the equator, then you're gonna need long day onions. And if you're in the middle, you're gonna need intermediate. But I'm still going to try to plant some long day onions just to see what it looks like. I know Broke Farmer said that he already did long day and he's down south and he got some big onions. So if you haven't checked out Broke Farmer's channel, go on over there and check them out. All right, so first thing that I'm gonna do is I already moved some of these onions away, and once I finish this tray, I'm gonna go ahead and start planting some more. All right, so talking about fertilization, I'm gonna dig a trench going all the way down like this. And one thing that our plants need, they need a lot of phosphorus. So you want to make sure that you get it right down to the roots, because it's going to produce stronger roots. And this plant is a heavy feeder, believe it or not. So what is going to happen, I'm going to put bone meal down here. So if you need to get some bone meal, you can go to the local big box store, or you can look in the comments and I'll have this link down. And I also want to I'm going to use the Neptune's tomato and veg. I know that Next Level Gardening, with his tomatoes, he had jumbo tomatoes, so I'm gonna use that. And I also heard about that in the Broke Farmers Live on yesterday. So with those two coincidences, I said I gotta try it. All right, so I'm gonna take my bone meal and I'm gonna go all the way down in this row. This is the trench that I'm going to put my first row of plants. All right, so what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna work it into the soil, and this is gonna break down over time. All right, let me bring you in close so you can see. All right, so all I'm doing is working it in just like that, and I'm going to close this back up so that I can plant right down into this area. Fix this. All right, now I planted this by seed. You can plant this by sets, but chances are you're gonna get those teeny onions like I showed you with the close-up, and we don't want that. All right, so let me know in the comments if you use the onion sets and if you were successful at growing big onions. I haven't been successful, as you can see, but that was even with the seed. All right, so you can pull these apart. You can be kind of rough with these because the onion plants, the sets, not the sets, but the onion starts, they're pretty strong and they can handle all of this that we're giving it. All right, so I'm going to plant this. I'm gonna cover up the white part of the onion, of the bottom of the onion, just like that. And your spacing should be anywhere from 4 to 6 inches apart. So I'm gonna go 4 inches apart, or close to it. I'm just gonna eyeball it. All right, and big onions is what we going for. And now I know I listened to Steve Harvey, and he says that if you've been doing the same thing that you've been doing, you're gonna keep getting the same thing you've been getting. And I don't want to be getting any more of these small onions. So if you're in that same boat with me, then I want you to get some of these onion seeds and go ahead and start sowing your onions in the fall. Now, as far as the actual fertilizer that you're gonna need, I already told you that you need to get a lot of nitrogen, because when these plants are trying to put on the green growth, it's going to do that for a couple of months. And how you want to fertilize is you want to fertilize these plants with nitrogen every 2 weeks. That's right, every 2 weeks I'm gonna be out here with these bad boys using fertilizer. Now, if you don't want to use the Neptune's fertilizer that I talked about, now I'm gonna try to find the link and put it down in the description as well, then you can use a fish emulsion. Now I'll put my video at the end of this one and show you how to make your own fish fertilizer. And of course it's gonna smell, but it does a great job. I'm gonna also use that as well, because I got loads of it back behind my shoulder over there, and that is gonna help these plants with the nitrogen. All right, so I'm so excited. And just think, I could have been planting this in the fall all that time. When these green leaves get larger and larger, once the bulb is starting to form, then I'm going to back off on the nitrogen. You don't want to keep feeding the nitrogen. So when you see that the bulbs start forming, go ahead and stop, because if you don't, what's going to happen? It's going to split. And we don't want these to split wide open. So just keep that in mind. And you also want to make sure that you come out and water these plants. All right, so that's the other thing. I put it in the soil, and then I went about my business. And I didn't do that on a consistent basis. And the good thing about it, I'm going to plant some in my wood chips. That's why I do my sets. A lot of these are going into the food forest. And you can direct sow your seeds. And like I said, I'm going to do another planting in November, because I want to make sure I hit all my bases, because now I know that it wasn't just my fault. Well, it was my fault because I wasn't planting in the right time. So the fall for gardeners down south, get these short day onions in, and let's see how big we can get them. This is so ooh, I was about to quit growing onions, but I'm gonna keep on going. So if this was you in that situation, make sure you do the same thing. All right, so I'm gonna keep on going, and I'll talk to you in a second. All right, now a couple other things to think about when you're planting these onions. You want to make sure that you're getting full sun. All right, that's going to be important. Remember, my short day variety, they still need the maximum amount of hours for the short day onions. I believe that's 10 to 12 hours of sunlight. And if you're in the up north, you're gonna still need the longer hours. I think it's anywhere from 14 to 16, and the intermediate is in between the short day and the long day variety. All right, so that is gonna get your plants on its way. And I don't remember if I said this, but when these onions tops grows, the thicker the onion tops, the thicker the bulb down below, because those layers of the onion tops, they're actually going to expand the bulbs. All right, so but once you see the bulbs start to grow, step back off the nitrogen so we don't split them. Now, one other thing before we wrap up, I'm going to take you over to another area and show you where I'm putting the rest of my onions, because they're going to help me stop all the devastation that that's going on in my garden about the pests. So let's go on over and see and plant some of these onions over there. Let's go. All right, as you can see, I'm already too late. I got damage all in here, but I'm gonna plant these onions anyway, and I'm gonna hope that these plants come back, because I'm getting torched in the garden. If you're getting torched in the garden by all the pests, caterpillars and things like that, let me know how it's going for you, because I'm still not gonna stop. I gotta get me some food somehow. So hope these come back, and I'm gonna water this in and see if I can stop the pests from damaging all of my garden. But I'm gonna continue with this, and you probably need to think about putting some onions out to save your area as well, so that you don't get your garden looking like mine. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and roll with it. All right, now once again, if you have a mild winter and you're down south, you should go ahead and think about planting these onions. And if you are getting those small tiny onions like I showed you, then come on and grow with me, and let's see how this is gonna work. And just remember, fertilize every 2 weeks. Once the green tops start to form, like mine right now, I can go ahead and start putting that fertilizer on it, and check the description so that you can see the fertilizers that I use. And let's grow big juicy juices. All right, this is Bear Brown. Thanks for coming by to my garden channel. And remember, if you haven't subscribed, think about doing so. If you need to hit the like button, go ahead and do so, and share this video with others, and let's grow big onions all together. All right, bye.